Well, here we are again working on the hood for my 77 Chevy C10, and this is the start of video number 3 for the hood repair. And what I'm going to start with, I'm going to be making the hood support braces. And so I've got the tape measure laid out here. I want to go from basically right up here, here's the front of the hood, right in here. I'm going to go all the way down. I want to go just behind this first hood bolt. So I'm going to make them 30 inches long. And so I'll go get the 16 gauge flat stock back there leaning up against the wall, and bring it out here and start measuring off. So here I've got my 16 gauge piece of flat stock measured out. My dimensions are 30 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. And I've got 2 pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out 2 pieces, one for each side, but I'm only going to focus on making one side at least for today. I'm going to be using my plasma cutter for this, but a cutoff wheel on a grinder works just as well. So I just want to make it quick and easy, so I'm going to use my plasma. Alright, I'm going to give you one little tip here on grinding the slag off of your metal if you used a plasma cutter. If you haven't been using plasma cutters for very long, this slag is actually not on there very firm. In fact, you could just take a little hammer, a chipping hammer or anything like that, and just knock it off. But really the best way to get rid of that is, of course, take your grinder, but instead of grinding on it like this, go at it at a 90-degree angle. What that'll do is it'll grind off that little area where it's sort of heat welded on there, and it's very, very thin, and it'll just start to flake right off as you're grinding it. And it's just like that. I've been grinding on it just for a minute, and you can see you get these little flakes, and they just pop right off, and then you get a clean surface. Here's one that's about to come off. See, it just flops right off there. Up here, just flops right off. So grind it at a 90-degree angle, and that slag will just pop right off of there. So here's the panel. I got all the slag ground off of it, and I made 2 straight lines on it, and those are the bend angles, which we're going to put this piece in the brake and bend it. And effectively what we're going to do, we got about 2.5 inches here. We're going to go 1 inch down at an angle, and then 1 inch flat area. And that lip, that break in the metal, is what's going to support the hood structure. So I'll go put this in the brake and see how it comes out. And here's the finished piece, all bent. Well, it's not totally finished, but you can see the 2 bends in it right there. And it's going to fit in there like so. You see I made 1 mark. I got to drill a hole for the hinge bolt to go through, and but other than that, it's pretty good. I just need to drill some holes in it for rosette welds. Hallie, stop barking. Shh. And oh, she wants me to throw the ball. Okay, so anyway, drill some holes in it for the rosette welds, and then get it welded in. Alright, here's the new hood brace panel in place. You can see I got one of the hood hinge bolts in there. Got some dots on there. excuse me. I got some dots on there where I need to drill to place the rosette welds. So I'll drill out those holes and come back and fit it again. So I wanted to check my work before I go in and weld, or even before I go in and drill a whole bunch of holes in this. I want to see if this actually straightens out the hood anything. I couldn't find any self-tapping sheet metal screws. So what I had were these box of 1/4 inch aluminum rivets in my big rivet gun. So I just popped a few rivets in there. This is one option if you don't have a welder. You can rivet or use self-tapping sheet metal screws in this. You can use them in this area, but you won't be able to use them down here, because I'll crawl under here and you can see that I drilled through the bottom of the hood. But there were already holes there that I got to fill with weld. So just a couple more. It's not going to be that big a deal. And it looks like the little jalapeno monster wants me to throw the ball again. So we'll do that. So anyway, I wanted to test all this before I go to the trouble of drilling all these holes, and especially before I weld it in. So I'll flip it over and test it with the fender and see how it is.